So here's an incredibly depressing story. Poll: Donald Trump is still more popular than Hillary Clinton. It seems that even if the presidential election happened now, after all this time, Hillary Clinton would still not defeat Donald Trump. A new poll from Bloomberg shows that the president has a 41% approval rating among Americans, but his former Democratic rival has only 39%. The survey also indicates that Clinton has lost a great deal of support, even from those who voted for her in the 2016 election. The poll is all the more remarkable since Clinton has mostly stayed out of the spotlight, while Trump currently helms one of the most controversial administrations in American history. Bloomberg found that the former Democratic candidate has a 58% unfavorable rating compared to Trump's 55%. Survey participants who voted for Clinton denied that their personal dislike caused her to lose the election, though many said they only voted for her to support the lesser of two evils. Wow, so I love it when people just admit it. Like, yeah, it's not that we liked her, it's that we thought, hey, she's not as bad as the other one, but there weren't enough people who were inspired to do that. Usually during elections, you want to give people something to vote for, not just something to vote against. And Hillary Clinton offered us nothing but, hey, vote against him because he's worse. Which, by the way, is actually true that he's worse, but, you know, that, again, who gets excited over that? Who says, oh, I can't wait to vote for, you know, slightly less shitty. It's like saying, okay, I'm either going to snap your femur or break your finger. You pick. Well, I guess my finger, because my femur, I need, like, a little more. I guess I can do without a pinky finger for a little bit. So, how pathetic is that? There was a poll like this recently, and I thought it was ridiculous then, but that poll was like, you know, weeks ago, maybe a month ago, where they found the same thing. Like, oh yeah, Hillary Clinton, she would lose to Donald Trump again. Everybody was like, damn. Now, again, even after all the devastating shit he's doing, this poll shows she'd still lose. To be fair to her, though, there was another poll which showed that she would win. She would barely edge him out. But the fact that it's even close, that it's even a question, I mean, look at the shit that this guy's doing. I know we go over it every day, and you guys know this stuff by heart, and you're probably sick of hearing me say it, but for fuck's sake, he signed an executive order that allows coal companies to pollute the water. I mean, that's like, boom, strike one, you're out. Where's the rest of the debate? Like, total sellout to the fossil fuel industry, to the energy industry. Like, come on, man. He's signing executive orders that make no sense. Like, for every one new regulation we get, we have to get rid of 2 regulations. That's my new rule. For every one new one, get rid of 2. So you're governing, like, with Rush Limbaugh talking points. That's what that is. Like, they don't go, like, regulation for regulation and see what makes sense and what doesn't. Oh, we have a rule. You got to get rid of 2 because you added 1. Like, what the fuck is that? That's so stupid. They're gutting Dodd-Frank as we speak. He's appointing Goldman Sachs left and right. He signed a bill that only 6% of Americans agree with, which is getting rid of your internet privacy, allowing companies online to sell your information to third parties without your approval. They don't need your approval anymore. They used to need your approval. He keeps escalating in all these different wars now. So you couldn't have a bigger establishment sellout. He's such a gigantic establishment sellout. Even the things that we thought, hey, he's bucking orthodoxy and doing something that we actually like, for example, killing TPP. Turns out that's a ruse too. That's a scam. I'm going to get to it in a little bit. But he's just so horrible, and he's an establishment Republican on steroids, and he would still somehow beat Hillary Clinton because she's that unappealing as a candidate. This is what happens when you run an entire campaign on, he's really bad. Yeah. So he's really bad, and I want to break down the barriers, and I think we're stronger together. People are going to go, what? That's just some cliche political bullshit. Stronger together, break down. Hey, what's your policy to deal with, I don't know, the giant disparity in the drug war and how it's applied and how it's mostly used to crack down on minorities. We're going to break down your barriers. Stronger together. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? We're going to break down the barriers. But what does that mean? Well, we're going to break them down. Which barriers? What policies are you going to do to break down said barriers? They got nothing. When they talk in cliches and platitudes, it's because they don't have specific policies. Let me repeat that. When they talk in cliches and platitudes, when politicians talk in cliches and platitudes, it's because they don't have specific policies. And when you run a campaign on, they're worse. They're worse. We like platitudes and cliches. People are going to go, where's the substance? What do you have for me? And then not to mention, in Hillary's case, it's a uniquely bad case because her record is so pathetic that who the fuck would want to vote for her either way? You know, voting for the Iraq War, voting for the Patriot Act, orchestrating intervention in Libya, the list goes on and on. Deregulation, you name it. So Donald Trump would still beat Hillary Clinton despite everything he's done to this point. Everything he's done. He had a 60% disapproval rating on the day he was elected. He would still, to this day, beat Hillary Clinton, and she keeps trying to get involved back again in politics. We launched a PAC that's going to help Democrats get elected. What's that PAC really about? It's a middleman between Wall Street money and corporate money and the Democratic Party. It's a way to try to keep the Democrats corporate, keep them beholden to big donors. That's what that is. That's the first thing she announced to get back in politics. We set up a new PAC to help Democrats win. Help them win? It's just to make them sell out to corporate America. Now you spin it as, well, then they get more money and then they might be able to win. But the fundamental problem, the core problem in the Democratic Party is that big money has infected it and made it like Republican light. But no, that's what she wants to do. And now she's looking for, let me get involved in the midterms. Let me go campaign for people. Campaign? Even in the places that you won heartily, you won because people said she's slightly less shitty. That's what they say. So even if you, look, she won by 12 points in this place. That doesn't mean they like you. It means they disliked him more. She's so stupid. But she just can't help herself. She's a terminal narcissist. That's what it is. Self-aggrandizing, terminal narcissist. And if it means dragging the entire Democratic Party down and keeping it down, with her, she's going to do that, as opposed to letting it go in Bernie Sanders' direction, letting it go in the Justice Democrats' direction. And by the way, that's the answer. I know that you guys already know that, and I say it every day, but justicedemocrats.com /fight. justicedemocrats.com /fight to help us with our fundraiser, because we're up against corporate behemoths, corporate Democrats who can raise a lot of money, but our message is stronger. So we just need to be able to get that message out. And in order to do that, we need funding from the grassroots. justicedemocrats.com /fight.